Yo, this is Real Talk E. Welcome to the locker room. We talk nothing but basketball. If you want to be part of the locker room, you obviously have to be part of the team. And in order for you to be part of the team, you have to subscribe and share the video to not only be part of the team in the locker room, but to also be a part of our daily basketball conversation so that you don't miss nights of basketball like this. Now, yesterday in the league, there were 10 games going on. I could tell the NBA trying to end the season as quick as possible. They are sick and tired of dragging out games. And, I could tell that they expected these last 10 games to be boring. And surprisingly, they're not boring at all. Like, okay, maybe the Nuggets have secured the top 3 seed in the West last night, but they have not secured the number 1 seed at all. The Grizzlies and the Kings are still 3 games, 4 games behind. It's still up for grabs. They will need to win at least 3 more games in a row, I believe, in order for them to actually secure a top seed in the West. And in that case, they'll be able to sit down Jokic, Jamal Murray, and PJ and Aaron Gordon. In the East, though, nothing is secure at all. Like, every team is still battling for a spot. And then we'll go back to the West. From 4 to 13, any team can still get it. Now, 13, I believe it's still the Blazers. I don't know if they really have a strong chance to get it. They might have to win every single game from here on out and hope that teams actually start to lose back-to-back-to-back games. But from the Pelicans, Lakers, so on and so forth, all the way up to the Suns, any team can fall and any team can rise. Now, a couple of things that went on last night. First things first, let's talk about the Warriors Mavericks game, because not only was this game great to watch, it was also very controversial. To start off the game, the Warriors start off with 2 threes. They shoot 2 threes, they make 2 threes, and you all know the Mavericks don't know anything besides shooting threes. And the only person I guess to the paint is Luka. So yesterday, first quarter, they're going back and forth with scoring. And surprisingly, Steph Curry only took 1 shot last night in the first quarter. 1 shot. And the Warriors were still winning. They're only down by 3 at the end of the first quarter. And, Draymond Green wasn't really doing much besides passing. And, the regular Draymond stuff that we see from him. Klay Thompson had a decent game last night. It's really just the others. The others for this team came out and they showed up and they showed out. We had Jonathan Kuminga, who especially in the second half turned it up. But this entire game and for the last couple of games, his presence has been felt, every time he touches the court. And they had him as the primary defender on Luka Doncic when he was on the court. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is Jonathan Kuminga's second year. For you to guard Luka Doncic on your second year and be the primary defender on him, and also, provide some type of offense on the other side, that means a lot. Jordan Poole, same thing. First half, did enough. Second half is when he really turned it up. Not even that he took over the second half or anything, but he had a spurt where, he just had crazy play after crazy play, whether it was a pass, score, whatever. He had something to do with it. And then the rest of the Warriors just, a lot of back and forth, a lot of scoring with the Mavericks back and forth. It turned out to be a whole shoot around. And then we get to the second quarter, and to be honest with you, it was pretty much the same as the first. But once we get around the end of the second quarter, I realize how this game is going to go. It's going to be a close game, and the Warriors are going to win it because they were, up in damn near every single stat. They have more rebounds than the Mavericks. They have more offensive rebounds than the Mavericks. They, obviously the Warriors are going to turn over the ball. Just their style of play. They play so free, so, just lack of worry, and they don't panic. So they're going to turn over the ball a lot. And with that being said, the Mavericks still had a lot of turnovers. And the biggest thing is the Mavericks don't play defense. It's like you have managed to allow a Warriors team that is terrible on the road to come into your home and beat you. Like, it's not like the Mavericks, had good defense and the Warriors had to, outbeat that. No. The game ended like 127 to 125. And to be honest with you, if it wasn't from a three for Jaden Hardy, it would have been like 127 to like 122. Like, meaningless three. I don't even know why he took that. There's no point. Like, there's no miracle is going to happen out of that. Let's say you got fouled and 1 4-point play. 126, 127. You're done. There's no point. Like, all of that is because you don't want to play defense. If the Mavericks would just play defense or not trade Dorian Finney-Smith, they would have been alright last night. They would have beat the Warriors. And then, to start off the third quarter, obviously Luka's going to do what Luka does. Luka's going to have his 23 points, 13 assists, okay? To start off the third quarter. Ends the game with, about 30, 40 points every single damn time. And y'all still managed to lose. He had like 17 assists last night. And then the one thing I like that the Warriors did, Steph Curry did not have to come here and take, 12 threes for them to win. He had 2 shots in the second quarter, 3, I think, in the first half. Starts off the second half with like 6 points. He only hits 2 threes this entire game. He ends the game with like 18, 20 points. But he had like 13 assists. And I like that they played him like this because obviously Steph could go off and get 30. Obviously people are going to guard Steph. So for him to pass was amazing. And to, kind of throw off the other team. He played different. And if that's what they need from him to win, and that's what he could provide, the Warriors going to win another championship. Especially if they get Wiggins and Gary Payton the second back, they're going to win a championship. There's no way around it. And then in the third quarter, Draymond Green got it going. 9 of his 11 points, at least by the end of the third quarter, came in the third quarter. And that's the same person who started off the game with 2 fouls in the first. Came out in the third quarter, 9 points. Jonathan Kuminga had a couple of, fast break dunks and layups. He obviously gonna hit a couple threes. I mean, come on, bro. He's on the Warriors. But he had a couple fast break plays and he finished them. And it was just like, kind of like fun to watch. Like, as a young guy on this veteran team that before was not getting a chance, and now that he finally got a chance, it looks like he's taking the most out of it. Like, he is milking this moment, and he's playing hard. To start off the fourth quarter, now here's where the controversy starts. There was like a timeout or some type of official call, and the ball, it was signaled that the Mavs is going to get the ball. Come out of the timeout, and the Warriors get the ball. Mavericks are confused. They're not lined up properly, and the Warriors score. Now, the bucket still counted. Why? I don't know. If you're an official and you mess up, you got to take off the bucket and reset the shot clock and the game clock. You've done it millions of times before. You could do it one more time when you mess up right now. Because it's not fair to a team that, by the way, lost by 2 points. For y'all to, just give the ball to the wrong team and let them score. Terrible officiating. And then to not even fix your mistake and just let them keep playing on in a game that matters. Not only was this game, important for seeding, it was important because this was a tiebreaker in terms of this regular season series between the Warriors and the Mavericks. They were 1-1, and this game, whoever won it, basically had the tiebreaker, and the Warriors won it. So now, if they have the same record and they're both tied for 6th seed, the Warriors are going to get the upper hand because they won this game. And things like that matter. They came back and lost by 2 points. That 3 at the end could have tied the game. So many things could have happened. And the one thing that I hate, refs never get punished. I know that Adam Silver comes out and says, oh yeah, we do punish them. I'm not jacking that. They're not punishing them. It's the same mistakes every single time. But before we get negative, I'm going to speak about the refs more later. Jaden Hardy came out. He had like 24, 27 points. amazing from three. He had like 6, 7 threes last night. And just to understand that before the last 6 games, he was averaging 6 points. The last 6 games, he started to average like 28 points a game. And he's a super big part of this team. And if they could get him to score the same way and have Kyrie and Luka there, their offense would be even more elite. They just need defense. More things I want to mention that went on last night. A couple of shout outs. Jaren Jackson Jr. with 37 points, 10 rebounds. Amazing. Did I watch the game? Hell no, I'm not watching the Grizzlies go up against the Rockets. That's like watching the Nuggets go up against the Magic. Why would I do that? It's the Rockets. Like I believe they're the worst team in the league right now. The Grizzlies are the second best team in the West. I believe the fourth or fifth best team in the league. Why would I do that to myself? I'm not that dumb. Ja Morant, first game back, has 17 points off the bench. Good for him. I just was not gonna watch that. I'm sorry, not against the Rockets. If you went up against a good team, I would have watched. Karl Anthony Towns came back last night too. They also played a bad team. Well, they played the Hawks, and it was a close game, 125-124. But just the way these two teams play is so boring, and it's like the same play we've seen for like years from them. Even though they added new pieces, it's the same thing. And the Hawks, I don't know what's going on this year. They're just like super quiet and garbage. Trae Young is like not the same. Like we have not seen him go off for like 50 points like how he used to. It is not the same exciting Trae Young that we've been all accustomed to. And then Karl Anthony Towns, I know first game back, he started off the game with 2 back-to-back threes. But it was just like, I was just not watching that. And then DeJounte Murray didn't even play. Anthony Edwards didn't even play. Like, nah, I'm good. Shout out to Cat, though. Hopefully next game they're playing a good team and a game that actually matters and I could watch. Obviously this game mattered too because both teams are fighting to stay in the play-in, but wasn't enough for me to watch it. Another thing I want to speak about, the Bucks, I'm not gonna lie to you, they might win another ring. It's like at a certain point we have to give them their credit. Like I know the way they play is like probably boring outside of Giannis, and it's so predictable, and we've seen it for years and years and years. But we have to give them their credit. Like they started off the season like 10-0. They had a 15-game winning streak like not too long ago. They seem like they're smoking every single team they go up against. No team has stood up and won in the last like 2 weeks. Now obviously they've lost a couple of games, but I mean like no team has beat them by 30 points like how they keep beating every other team. Chris Middleton's back. He's putting up his regular 20 points a game. Jrue Holiday is obviously Jrue Holiday. Giannis is Giannis. Like Brook Lopez is the same thing we've seen from him. How do you guard this team? And if we get a Bucks versus Warriors finals, which is honestly it would be crazy to see, or Bucks versus Nuggets, yo, that should be nice. Bucks versus Nuggets in the finals, that would be amazing. Celtics are also starting to turn it up, so I want to see how they play their next game. Paul George is going to be out for the remainder of the regular season, and he might be back for the playoffs. He'll be reevaluated, I believe, between that 1 week of the regular season and the playoffs. Hopefully he's back for the playoffs. I hope the Suns don't got to go up against the Clippers, because what I saw last night, when they up against the Lakers, now mind you, the Suns have not lost to the Lakers since 2021. The beginning. No, actually I lied. In the end. In game 3 of the playoffs, first round. And yesterday was one of the worst losses. Obviously, if you look at the score, you wouldn't think it's that bad, 122 to 111. And to be honest with you, it kind of wasn't. But you look at the free throw disparity, 46 free throws for the Lakers and 20 for the Suns. I don't care what team it is. I don't care if you play Magic and Rockets. I don't care if you play the Giannis Bucks versus, I don't know, bro, like the Magic or the Hawks. 46-20 in free throws is insane. That is insane. And not only that, obviously the Suns don't have KD or DeAndre Ayton, so you know, pretty much they're bound to lose. But 46 free throws. Now, if you would have took off 16 free throws and it was 30-20, I would be like, all right, cool. It's 10 more, but you know, it happens, it's possible. But 46-20, you telling me that you saw the Suns foul the Lakers at least 23 times. At least, because you know, and ones and stuff like that, but at least 23 times. But you only saw the Lakers foul the Suns at least 10 times. Like, make that make sense. Now, regularly, I know players are getting fouled way more than the whistle is being blown. But if we go by the least and just, you know, try to give the officials the benefit of the doubt, so you telling me 23-10 fouls that resulted in free throws? You telling me 46 free throws to 20 free throws? It's not like the Lakers have a Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's not like LeBron is playing. They're not really having the players, you know, bully his way to the basket for him to have 17, 20 free throws alone. Like, it's the same team. 46-20 is insane. And they're talking about, oh yeah, we do hold refs accountable. When? How? Since when? If you hold them accountable, why are we still seeing the same mistakes that we've been speaking about for the last 5 years? Why is this still a thing? And it's not like they could just abuse one move like the rip through and just get foul after foul after foul. And it's not like Anthony Davis is Joel Embiid. AD don't even want to be touched. He gets poked and he might sit out for another year. Like, stop playing, bro. Refs are not getting no type of punishments. They're not learning any type of lessons. Adam Silver needs to figure out a way to make this better, because this is terrible. This is terrible to watch. Even if it wasn't the Suns, even if it wasn't the Lakers, you tell me if you had the Bucks versus Hawks, you know, tell me it's 46-20 free throws? Not happening. That's stupid. And we've seen this multiple times this season. 46-20. 50 free throws to like 15. Like, stop playing, bro. Refs need to be better. I am tired of NBA officiating. We're about to go into the playoffs. And they about to start calling weak fouls in the playoffs. Because they're so used to calling 23-30 foul calls for one team in the regular season. Like, cut it out. But anyways, I'm done rambling. It's time for y'all. Let me know what y'all think down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk E. And it's time to leave the locker room. I'm going to catch ya. Safety.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
The officials have to review it. And the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the three.
To win it. Good. That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo. Sky high with the block and rejection.
This is for the win. Got it. Wow.
At 7, working against Butler, got down.